We are Jen. That is the name we have taken to satisfy your need to label who we are. We hope that you move past that label, as we are more than a mere name. We are composed of many. The nature of inner reality has many definitions, many explanations. It is indeed what you make of it. But what we have made of it within our realm, we have grouped a number of beings, those who have been in the physical realms and those who have not. There are beings within our group, our gestalt, known as Jen, who have spoke many times throughout your history, and it has been recorded many times. Those recordings show different personalities. They show the different beings that are showing themselves and their energy to you, so that you may decide for yourself what you will take and make useful and what you will turn your focus from. The beings that comprise our gestalt vary in knowledge, individual preference, and what you would call as the age of a being. We do not make those descriptions. We do not have the use of time and space continuums. We understand them through your focus, but we do not use them in our realm, nor do we use them in many other realms that exist. We want to mention the rendering, the open channel that is through the psychic broadband of Ruth Elan. We gave her the term psychic broadband to describe the open channel once you let go of your fears and the hate and shame you have for yourself. You open up a channel of energy that comes from your psyche, your full multidimensional self. in the process of acknowledging your whole self. You open the channel that allows us within who have formed a gestalt in order to speak through the channel. You have many issues to begin with when you begin. When you begin to discover your abilities, there are many adjustments to be made, many paths you will take, many and varied individual conceptions of what this process of rendering should be. You each will go through a process of discovering new parts of yourself, discovering how you would like this process to be. You open the channel this way or that. You have your conventions of what you prefer. We patiently wait. We have always been as you have. But we patiently wait for you to open your psyche, your mind. The events follow a synchronous pattern. When you begin to acknowledge these patterns, you will find an easier time of the opening up. There are questions of who is who. There are questions of what energy comes through, how far does it come through, and how much of is it controlled by the channeler or the renderer or the person who has the open channel. We are here to tell you that the knowledge that is passed from inner reality to a physical reality is blending between one consciousness and another. It is in the blending of all consciousness that a new form of energy is created. In that new energy, you see a tale of what we were and a tale of what Ruth is. This happens with each of you. As you begin to channel, you discover more and more of the cohesive nature of our personalities and individual beings and yours. You find the connection to be fluid and energizing and creating its own entity, as it were. This entity does not grow and form its own perceptions and realities. It is the nature of the open channel, the nature of the rendering. Only when we are at the front and Ruth has accepted in that moment to let the rendering through, will that blending and that energy take flight, light with the white energy of consciousness. And in that, we take Ruth's words and use them to our benefit. It is our voice that you hear through her body. We have not taken over her body and her mechanisms. We have taken up temporary residence, but she, as the renderer, is also present. As of late, Ruth has receded into inner reality somewhat, being conscious with us in the same bit of energy that is being used, which is a poor term. Poor term indeed. The energy has a life and a direction of its own. We imbue it with our intent. And it expresses itself in emotion within your realm. Ruth has reverted to inner reality to fully enable the understanding of our words, not in intellectual or egotistical terms, but within visual concepts. This is a stage for her, and she will move beyond this into other realms, but the nature of this channel is that all consciousness comes together into a live blending, melding of the energy that we direct to you. Now, what happens when the energy that you perceive within your ears, you can feel it change. You can feel it shift in different parts of a session or the words that you read. You can feel the energy change. Know that it does. It does change. For different beings are joined together to deliver the message, and in that the different beings have different agendas, different messages, and as an organic entity works together, adapting and compensating for the different parts of itself. So the beings in this gestalt also adapt and compensate, reaching to the forefront with the expression of consciousness when it is needed. There is so much you are discovering and so much that you still desire and search for. This process of rendering, as we have labeled it, is individual for every one of you who seek your inner self and find much more within the inner realm for you to ponder. Understand that this process, this development of the self, is both a gift that we give you, that you gave yourself, that you did decide and then discovered. It is also a path that each of you may take. It is a discovery that each of you are capable of making. You each have psychic abilities. You each have perceptions. That lay outside what you consider to be normal. We wish for you to recognize these. We wish for you to grow, discover, gain knowledge of yourself. Turn inward to your inner self. Find your intuitions. Discover for yourself the whispers of your intuitions. Find for yourself your own creative power. Can you not hear in this moment? Can you not see? Can you not hear that the energy has changed? That we have morphed into another being. But it is the same channel, it is the same energy. And when you hear us and when you acknowledge when you acknowledge this in yourself, you acknowledge the consciousness within your own being. And we say, thank you for listening and watching and connecting with us. We say, you are always welcome. And we bid you great love. And that was Jen. Quite a lot of them, I think. Yeah.